Welcome to today's flow. Today I would recommend that if you have sensitive knees, that you have a folded up blanket or a couple of thin pillows or just a blanket over your mat to give you a bit of softness, which is why I have this. Because we're going to get into frog's pose, and sometimes your knees can be a little bit sensitive, so it's good to have something underneath them. Let's start today in a wide-legged child's pose. Stretching the arms up in front of you and bringing the forehead to touch the floor. Your big toes might be touching. And just allow your belly to relax down towards the floor here. And then we're going to take deep breaths all the way into the belly. And exhale. Breathing into the belly, expanding the chest, and release. Breathing into the belly, into the chest, expanding the back body, and sigh it out. A few more breaths like this. And then let's come up onto our fingertips, lifting the elbows from the floor. The forehead remains on the floor. And breathing into the belly and into the shoulder blades here. Expanding the shoulder blades and relaxing. Let's lift the head to look to the front. Lift up your right arm and thread it under your left arm, looking out to the left. Allow the right arm to come down and the whole of the upper body to relax. Just a gentle shoulder stretch. And keeping the deep breaths going. One more breath. And on the inhale, we come back to the middle. And with the exhale, we switch sides. So left arm threads under the right arm, and you look out to the right. Relaxing the body down. Relaxing the elbow of the right arm. Deep breaths. One more breath. And on the inhale, let's come back up to the middle. Stretching your arms as far front as you can. Bringing the hips up, spreading the feet out, tops of the feet to the floor. And let's bring the hips down to the front. And just adjust your legs as you need to here. Maybe you want to move your hips a little bit from side to side. That also moves the shoulder side to side. Let's bring the hips back to one side, around and over to the other side, and down, making small circles or big circles with the hips around as we stretch back and as we lean forward, tuning in with the breath. Maybe inhaling as we come forward and exhaling as we come back. Finding your pace that's right for you today. And switching directions. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Getting your whole body into this movement. Using your hands to push yourself back. And let's come back. Coming to the hands and knees. From here, let's just do some cat-cow movements. Inhaling, relaxing the belly down and looking up. Exhaling, rounding the back and looking towards the navel. Inhale, look up, tailbone to the sky. Exhale, round the back and look at the belly button. Find your own pace here. Maybe you want to make circles instead. Maybe you just want to do the normal cat-cow. Maybe you want to switch between them. Just find what works for you today. Remember to switch sides if you're doing the circles. And let's come to a standstill. You can either stay here. If it's too much on the wrist, you can come down to the forearms. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift one leg, making hip circles. So we're going to draw a big circle with the knee. Out, back and down. Out, back and down. And switching sides, so back, out and in. Back, out and in. One more. And switch leg, out, back, down. And switching direction, back, out and in. Really nice. Let's just tuck our toes under and come to sit on the toes. here. Maybe you want to put your pinky toe under if it isn't already. Just move a little bit from side to side, working on the toes here. Maybe we can grab opposite elbows and just lean over to the right to have a little side stretch. Back to the middle and over to the left. And let's just move like this a few times. If at any point the toe stretch gets too intense, you can just come down to the tops of your feet. Come back to the middle. Allow your arms to fall down. And let's come sideways on the mat. We're going to spread our knees out as far as possible. The knees and the hip joints are in one line. The ankles and the knee joints are also in one line, and the feet are flexed. Coming to a place that's comfortable for you here. Maybe you need the support under your knees. And we can just stay like this. Maybe you want to rock back and forth a little bit. Maybe you want to try and lift the foot a few times. This might not be possible for everybody. It's a mobility exercise. Maybe you want to come down on your forearms and just allow the head to rest. And again, connecting in with the breath. Deep breaths to expand the belly, the chest, the back of the body. And I know this pose can get quite intense. And your breath will really, really help to relax you into it. You can always come up a little bit to make it less intense, but otherwise allow yourself to sink deeper whenever your body calls it. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. expanding the back of the body. Now we can close the feet in towards the back. Put our hands down, push back, and start to close the knees. And just sit here for a moment with your eyes closed, feeling the effect. And let's turn to the side of the mat again. Stretching our legs out. Maybe flexing and pointing the toes for a moment. Bringing the arms up into the air and leaning forward. Forward, 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 forward. Elongating the upper body as much as you can. And when you found your place, you let your hands come down to the mat to rest. A few deep breaths here. Connecting back in with the belly breath. Looking forward and up. Scooching the hips towards the middle of the mat. Spreading the feet out, or whatever you need to roll back down so that you're lying on your mat. Bringing the feet mat width distance apart and just allowing the knees to fall to one side and up and over to the other side. And let's do this a few times. Bringing the knees up to the middle. Bringing them into your chest. And then putting the soles of the feet together and letting the knees fall out to each side. Allowing your arms to come out to the side on the upper body. Maybe you want some support underneath your thighs, your knees. Or maybe you just want to come straight into the normal Shavasana with straight legs. And allow yourself to rest here for as long as you need. I will leave you here, but whenever you feel that you have been here for long enough, then you can slowly roll over onto one side and get back up. Allowing yourself to sit for a moment. Peace.